Sorry, could you repeat the question?
So, okay, I'm wondering, okay, let me see how to rephrase it. So, for your parents right now, maybe we'll start with the actual experience. Are they hands-on, hands-off, or like hybrid on the same?
Or what's the best time
and when,
for them to let go so that you can start making some decisions?
yeah.
The they're two very different people. My dad is very hands-off. The only time he'll chip in is when it comes to my education. Like he'll give me his 2 cents and be like, oh, if you're not happy, then, you can move. Or he'll give me some advice, or we'll just go for dinner. But my
And
mom,
you're the firstborn daughter, so
yes,
of course.
I am. I'm the firstborn. Everything.
Dad's going to be like, whatever you want, dear.
Yeah. So actually, my dad's the firstborn. My mom's the firstborn. I'm the firstborn. So it's just a lot of firstborns over there. So that's my dad now. He's very hands off. He lets me do my thing, and unless I need something from him or unless he needs something from me, I guess that's kind of the relationship we have. But for my mom is very hands on. Very, which is I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much because I used to feel like, oh, I'm a teenager. You should let me do my thing. You just leave me alone. But as I grew older, I realized that I needed that from her.
But I tell people I won't be in HR forever, so I'm not tied down to it. I love it. I enjoy it. Absolutely love what I do in the here and now. My personality, if you've done the Myers-Briggs test, I'm the campaigner, so ENFP, and mine is we don't like being tied down to one particular.
I'm also ENFP.
Oh,
That's
really?
crazy.
That's why we have so many similar. We were talking about fear. Is there something that at your current age and at your current level right now you fear as you look to the future?
I think my biggest fear is, I don't want to say, but it's shame. Because my sister is younger than me. I don't have another sibling. I guess I'm just scared because a lot of people have known me to be like a good performer, So I guess I'm just scared of of how they'll see me if I start again. Because I don't know, it's not a fun thing to be looked at. Like, everybody's looking at you and they're like, oh, she had to start again. She's not as smart as she used to be. That's my biggest fear.
I actually get that.
Believing I will never fail. And if I do, it will be fatal. And that's something that we carry with us. Like, I made this great thing. I've started 7 businesses since I started my entrepreneur journey. Guess how many of them failed?
6.
So, there was one in there that, oh my God, it took me a year to figure out, like, to get over the shame, get over the disappointment.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucy Mzughula. I'm the head of people and culture at Akili Network, and welcome to the Akili Pod.
And I'm Jesse Soleil. I'm the president and co-founder of Akili TV and Akili Network. And I am excited to have you here. We're going to have a nice conversation today with a couple of our guests. And we'll ask them both to introduce ourselves. But Lorraine, nice to see you here today.
Nice to see you too. Okay, so now joining us in studio is, I'll let them introduce themselves, but we have a Gen Z and I think a Gen X as well. Okay, so interesting. So we'll hear their perspectives on life and we'll just have a conversation to enlighten us on a few things here and there. But ideally, we're looking at pursuing your passion. What happens when sparks clash? What happens when you're told to go in one direction and then you have to pivot or you want to follow your passion and your parents are like, no, go get that degree. And so I'm looking forward to the conversation, honestly.
So am I. Yep. Absolutely. Let's turn it over to our guests and we'll continue.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lucy Mzughula. I am so happy to be here and just looking forward to what we have to hear, different views from Gen X to our millennials to everyone in the room. So I'm happy to be here.
Wait, aren't you also Lorraine's mom?
Oh, yes, I am also Lorraine's mom. I am Lorraine's mom. I'm honored to be here.
We're honored to have you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Kourtney Memo, Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. It's my first podcast, so I was really excited to give my view on all the things that I've experienced so far,
In life.
and that I'm hoping to experience eventually, and all the things that have come with, being 20 in this money crazy generation. Yeah.
Indeed.
They call us the microwave generation.
The microwave generation?
We want things to happen fast. Like, we want things and we want them now.
Oh, like 30 seconds button. And
Yeah, you start your career, you're already a manager. Is that what you want?
No, you see, I'm very lazy, so
Oh my goodness.
I wish. No, I just wanna get done with school, and hopefully I'll be rich by the time I'm done with school, so I can just chill in like a penthouse and just live my life, reading books or sleeping or just doing things that are fun.
That's instant. You want to get rich now.
No.
That's instant
As
generation.
As soon as possible.
You might
yes.
not, it might not be while you're 20.
Yeah.
Yep. Unless you have a trust fund.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
She'll figure out that in life very soon. We don't need to say much. She'll figure it
She'll
out
figure it
very
out.
soon. In this earth, you will go.
I have 3. So my oldest is 6 years older than you, 26. My daughter is 19. And my last born is 16. And none of them are rich yet, although my daughter is ready to be rich, although she's still in university. So I hear you. I hear what you want.
Yeah.
Let's see how to make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, because the
Exactly.
balance of that is doing something that you really enjoy doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then societal, familial, I mean, these are big words, the pressures that you experience
Yeah.
as part of your family and part of your community.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part.
I'm so curious. You said something that I want to piggyback on and just ask my mom. I don't even know if I'm supposed to call you Lucy or just my mom. But so you said, you do something that you're passionate about. And I think one thing that has been said a lot is do what you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Is that true for you?
It is.
Oh, it is?
It is because you wake up to, when you wake up to going to do something that you love, you are happy to wake up. Life without a purpose is like, why am I waking up? What am I waking up to? But when you're waking up to do something you love, you're excited every day about going to do what you like. But if you're waking up to go to that job that you hate, the day can be so long.
Yeah. So it's not even about the money for you.
It's not even about the money for me.
Oh.
It's just waking up to do what I like doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did you figure out you liked doing what you do? What do you do, actually?
Okay. My background is fashion design. And so right now I'm doing fashion accessories. And I knew that from a young age, but with our parents those days, that was not a job. That was not a career.
Yeah.
That was like a hobby. So like you wouldn't tell your father you want to do fashion and they would understand. You were supposed to go to a corporate, to an office to work. Yeah, not to do artwork or work with your hand. You're supposed to do work with your paper or these days with your laptop. Yeah.
Just to, because I know her story. And I remember her telling us when she told her dad she wants to be a designer, a fashion designer, and her dad was, I'll use Kiswahili, but I'll translate for you, or we'll put captions there. That was like, unataka kwenda kushonea watoto viraka kwa nguo za shule. This is, you want to go and stitch patches on kids' uniforms when they get torn. And
Yes. Yes, I do.
I was like,
more.
no, go to school. Office jobs is where it's at. And now I'm curious about your journey in university. Are you doing what you love?
I wish I could say yes, but I feel like it's 50-50. When I left high school, since like primary actually, my favorite subject to do was maths. But I wasn't really very passionate about doing a course that involves just maths because I do actuarial science. I do a lot of maths, a lot of business. And when I was in high school, I guess what I wanted to do was be a therapist.
Oh.
Because I saw a therapist.
A therapist.
I saw a lot of teenagers struggling, but they can't talk to their parents about it. I see a lot of even adults struggling, but they feel like they shouldn't go to therapy. So I wanted to go and learn about it so I could like start a practice or something, because it was something I was really passionate about. But when I talked to my parents about it, they got on the phone with one of my grandparents who's a doctor, and he said it's not very profitable, and they basically just discouraged me from doing that. So I guess the next best thing for me to do was something with maths. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds horrible.
It is. Well, I wish I could say like I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I go to school just to cram and do an exam and go about my day.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And certainly not what you were saying, waking up and being excited about your life.
Yeah.
Wow, that's tough.
I mean, it seems tough. And I don't know if, I don't know. I find it hard sometimes to advise people in such a situation just because I had a different experience. And maybe it's from them growing up and how they were raised versus how they wanted to raise us is I got to choose my career for myself. Okay, the only things I was told I can't choose from is being a model or being an air hostess. And I believe there was wisdom in that just because of the travel. Maybe model has a shelf life. And then maybe air hostess is the travel, the back and forth. So maybe if you want to get to raising a family, it may be a bit tricky. But then the rest of it is I got to actually go to different universities, or at least the one I wanted to go to, and pick a course for myself. And when I changed my mind about it after I did a bit of programming languages before now entering into campus, so I was supposed to do computer science. But then I couldn't imagine sitting on my laptop the whole day because I love people and I love interacting with people. So I went there and I came back home and I had changed my mind. And then it had a lot of maths and physics. And sorry, I'm not a fan. So I changed my mind and they just accepted it. So I usually say sometimes though, it's not as it seems, and you can always set the path for yourself, right?
Okay. For me, it's not that my parents aren't okay with me transferring courses, because they've brought it up that like if you're not happy with the course you do, then you can just leave, you can start afresh. But then I'm looking back at it and I'm like, I'm 20. My peers are almost in third year.
Yeah.
My sister is in first year, she's almost going to second year, and I'm going to be starting my life all over again. Everybody has all these expectations for me at this age. And I guess I got comfortable because, with Actuary, I know that if I do really well with it, I can get rich. Like the life I described wanting.
Get rich.
I can, basically it can lead me to the life I described wanting to have. The only problem is I'm not very passionate about it. Yeah. So I guess that's why I'm just stuck. Yeah.
Well, what's your thought?
I'm thinking, even as Kourtney is talking, I think I also worked for 10 years. But even from the start, when I got to work, I was in civil service, I knew I won't last 10 years. Or I told myself, if I'm to work in this office, I'll be working as I'm planning and saving for a business. And I told myself, I will leave before 10 years. Or if I'm to work here, I'll work maximum 10 years. So when I worked for 10 years, when I reached my 10th year, I stepped out. I just resigned and went to college, went to do what I wanted. Immediately after that, I knew I was going to start my own business. I was not going back to employment. So you can start what you don't like or what you know you're hanging in there. But after a time, somehow along the way, you'll figure out what you want to do and you can follow your path.
Lucy, I think it's a very wise perspective. Of course, we get that with age, but when you realize what you love and that it's important enough to you to make a change, that's when you shifted. So one thing we didn't hear from you is, okay, your journey, when you decided at the end of 10 years that you were going to step out and pursue something that you loved, was that difficult? Did you tell anyone else? Did you just do it what was your plan?
Did you have a plan? Do you remember?
Yes,
plan?
I did have a plan. Okay, initially I first shared it with my husband, and then other than that, I also had already I was a mother and a wife, so I knew family was first.
You had some responsibilities.
Yes, I had some responsibilities, so I knew career was not the first thing that I needed to pursue.
Right.
I needed to raise up children and raise them up right, even as I take care of my home also. And then now figure out, because I know one day they'll grow up and I'll have an empty nest, and what will I do? So I knew as I'm preparing for my own self, I also need not to be selfish, to take care of these ones who are growing up, chart their path in life, even as I know I also have my own life to follow. So I had already, my hands were full with children. My husband was very busy pursuing his career.
Yeah.
So mine had to kind of step back.
Sure.
So that the home needs sanity if everyone is running around. So I knew I needed to be at home more, even as the others are figuring out what they're doing in life. And somehow I knew along the way, as they're growing older and responsibilities for me is getting less, now I will take care of my own life.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I planned it, and that's how exactly it turned out to be. Yeah.
Was there fear that you were leaving this, supposedly societally approved job, this lucrative position potentially, to go and pursue your passion? Was there some fear?
Oh, a lot of it, because that time everyone was at sometimes at your 30s, at your 40s, that's the best time for you to work and climb the ladder, make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
So like everyone that I knew or grew up with was busy pursuing life, busy pursuing career. My husband was doing the same, and I was at home. Everyone is busy looking for that next promotion, that next level in at the workplace. And now you are stepping back to be home when this is a time for you to make yourself in society or position yourself in society. It didn't look like it made sense to my friends. It didn't look like it made sense to, to society, because I mean, if you're not working at your 30 and 40, if you're not acquiring, the money, the property, the everything that people needed, what are you doing at that time of your life? It looked like you seem lost. Until now, as people grow older is when they realize, what was I chasing?
Yeah.
But then I am happy that now I can't ask myself, what was I chasing? But for many people, they were like, what were we chasing? Now when life makes meaning, as you grow older, you start wondering, so what was that all about? And now you meet people, they've stepped down. They're like, we tried, but life has its own challenges. You try, then the structural adjustment programs came in, and so people were laid off and people lost jobs, and then they realize there's even life without a job, or there's even life without running around, or COVID came and people sat at home and people lived, and you're like, anyway, what was that running around all about? The rat race that we did. So I have mixed feelings. I am happy that I didn't really pursue that. But at the same time, at that time, I was asking myself, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
When you're sitting home, when everyone is waking up to go somewhere, I was like, am I doing the right thing? But looking back, I am happy I stayed. I'm happy I raised children. I'm happy my life has gone as I had intended, doing what I love doing. Yeah.
And you're here talking about it.
And she did okay, because
She did
you're pretty
amazing.
great.
So. Thank you. She did amazing. I like telling her this, and I don't think I'd say it more than enough times. I think that we used to wake up to nicely made, fresh made breakfast. Like she could bake a cake in the morning, pigs in a blanket. Like it was properly, you knew that there's a mother in the house. That at the first time I was asked what I want to be when I grew up, I said I want to be a mom. It was just because that's what I had known and what I had seen, and she was amazing at it. And I was just like, that's my role model. I want to be what she is.
Wow.
And at that point, she was a mom, and I knew her as a mom only. And I think I'm quite curious, and I don't think I've ever asked this before, but at what age did you actually go back to college?
I was actually at about 35. Yeah. And I was in college with, young girls in their 20s.
Of course, fashion design,
And I remember we were two of us. There was myself and there was another lady who was older than me, but she had lost her job, these things of structural adjustment programs. So she had just lost her job, so she didn't know what to do. So she also decided to just come and do it just to pass time. And the young girls would be calling us, I can't even call you Lucy, Mom. They'd call me Mom. And I was like, at times I'm asking, am I in the right place with such young girls? But my mind was so set that I am going back to school. I know what I want. I will finish this course, time will pass, finish and go back to my life. But it looked like I was with girls that were the girls that were, okay, my children were younger, but they're still young to me. So it's like, what are you doing here with us? But my mind was clear. I knew what I wanted. My mind was set. I am coming to pursue this course. I have wanted to do this ever since I was a child. I am doing it. Yeah.
Fabulous. Kourtney, what is listening to all this conversation, how does it affect your thoughts?
Listening to your experience, I think it gives me more motivation. I think by the time I'm done with my degree in actuary, if I finish my degree in actuary, that I'd take a step back and I guess go do what I like. I could have 2 degrees, women in STEM. I could have 2 degrees, and whichever one, I think I'll mostly lean into the therapy one. I guess I'll practice that. But listening to you just is giving me a lot of motivation, and I hope you share this story with like more people.
Okay.
Because a lot of young people are very scared to do what their parents don't agree with, especially if it's like something to do with their futures. A lot of people trust what their parents are saying, like, this won't be good for you, and they just run with it.
Yeah, true.
So it's very motivational for me.
Yeah, awesome. Plus you can be a therapist with the knowledge, the actuarial knowledge, because it comes with, I'm sure you guys do econ stats units.
Yeah, we do.
You have the financial knowledge. So your experience, you can be amongst the 1% of therapists who actually make it. I usually say that. I mean, you're laughing.
That's like 1% of the startups that actually make it. So
exactly.
You're scaring her.
I don't think there's a safe option in anything you do. Like even in, as much as they say, having a job gives you security, the company can go down. Economy can be bad. You can be, there's redundancy. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm a HR professional who unfortunately has fired people who have not seen it coming.
Yeah.
So you never know what the times and seasons bring. So I think having that knowledge, some things are just setting you up for greater things in life. It's just a foundation and a stepping stone for something that you actually want to do. But the knowledge and the know-how of some things that maybe someone didn't actually get makes you a notch higher than people in your field. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some things though that I don't want to lose what you were just saying about, hey, I can have this degree and I can have that degree.
Yep.
And I can also do things that I don't have a degree for
when
I have the confidence and the desire. So it's not that you need to go back every time and get a degree for the new thing that you're interested in. In fact, the internet makes it pretty darn easy to find stuff nowadays. I mean, you can discover things on TikTok about things that you're interested in. You can use AI. In fact, I mean, I don't want to give you too much, but your math skills can help you with AI that can help you get rich faster. So what's your business plan, right? Because getting rich doesn't just happen. You don't wake up one day and you're wealthy. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
So what's your plan, Kourtney?
Would you guys be mad if I told you that I haven't really planned my life like to I don't like looking at the future like too much.
Okay. All right, go.
I mentioned
This is cool. Nobody's mad.
I mentioned in the beginning that I'm very lazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like admitting they're lazy, but I don't think it's not a bad thing.
No.
If you're very self-aware. So I personally know I'm very lazy. So I guess I haven't taken my time to look at how I'd get to where I'm going. I guess I've just looked at
Where you want to be.
Yeah.
I like what she said, that not many people like admitting.
No, that's
they're
true.
lazy.
That's definitely true.
And I think part of even the inventions, two sides to it is, yes, make life easier, but make life easier because we want things easy, right? And so I think lazy people, and I think I read this in a book, and it must be someone who started a company or something, but lazy people are the ones who come up with inventions to make their life as smooth as possible. So they work smart, they don't work hard.
Yeah.
So you can be lazy, but you imagine being lazy, but you have ambitions or something you want for your life. You figure out the quickest way to get there and relax. As you say, get rich in your 20s, then relax.
Relax, yeah.
Start traveling the world.
Okay.
Yep.
You're not rich by the time you're 30. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Keep trying.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this answer.
Please, go for it.
When I was 8, I watched a show where this lady, she didn't have to work at all. Why? Because she had a rich husband. So I'm praying that my husband is rich. So rich that I don't have to, I'll just be...
That's an awesome strategy. I've been telling my daughter to do that too.
It makes life easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
But on a serious note though, like if I'm not rich by the time I'm 30, okay, different people look at rich in different ways. So
Sure.
if I'm not as rich as I want to be by the time I'm 30, I guess I'll have to reevaluate my life and figure out like what I'm doing wrong. Because I could be poor to some people as long as I'm comfortable. And I guess what I want is not really rich, but a comfortable life.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so what's your definition of
Of
rich?
rich,
Like,
yeah.
Okay,
like Learjet kind of thing?
Okay, a comfortable life is where I don't have to worry about if my kids are going to school, like if they have school fees, or if I want to, let's say, buy this bag that I saw, I don't have to worry about, if I deduct this and then I deduct this, I'll be able to afford this.
Yeah.
Or I'll deny myself. I'll deny myself a few things to be able to. I don't want that type of life. I want the life where I can look at something and be like, I like this, and I'd be able to afford it. That's comfortable.
How do you feel about holding off on a purchase because your priorities they have to be in place?
Okay, yeah, because really it depends. I've come to see in life, it depends at different stages of life. Priorities are different.
Yeah.
So maybe in her 20s, she's thinking she just needs good things and all that.
Yeah.
But where I am at myself, I'm thinking it may be a good thing, but do I really need it?
Yeah.
Is it really necessary for me to have? Okay, then I see a nice bag and I buy another nice bag. Do I really need all those bags?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking for Kourtney's, right now what she wants in life is, you want the good things in life and you have them.
Yeah.
But then ask yourself, then when you have them, then what?
Yeah.
What are you going to...
Then you're happy.
Then you're happy, then what? I mean, priorities will change. You'll see maybe on television, maybe children who are hungry or they're going hungry. For me, that would be priority. Maybe save a life or feed a child who is hungry or pay school fees for one. But I guess right now where you are, you just need nice, the cozy life.
Just getting started.
Yeah, that's just the beginning of life. But then, what's the purpose of it? Then what? To me, it looks, and it's okay at your age. It's more selfish. It's just about me, myself, and I. But for me, I'll look at it differently.
As soon as you have kids,
Yeah.
your perspective changes.
It
You put
changes
them
completely.
first.
Yeah.
In fact, I hear a lot of mothers say, you get kids and you even forget about yourself.
Become
So
selfish.
they become the first person. You'll think, this looks so nice. Let me is there a kid size,
Yeah.
and then you put yourself second.
And then you hold off on that Birkin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's true because also my mom, when we go shopping or something, and she'd have the intention to buy something for herself, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just me and my sister who have gone out with bags, and I'm like, Mom, why didn't you get something for yourself? And she'll be like, oh, you know, I have to think about my kids. And I'm like, really?
Kourtney wants to get rich enough that you think about the kids, but you also get yours.
Yeah, I think that, you see, a lot of people my age have this YOLO mentality as well. So I know I'm supposed to also focus on helping like the people around me and myself as well, my children, whoever will be in my life at that time. But at the end of the day, I went to school, and the only thing I was taught was, you know, you'll die alone. You'll be in the...
Wow, that's an awful school. I'm not going to ask when they taught you that. Yeah. Here's your elective. You're going to die alone 101.
Because honestly, all through high school, you're going to die alone. You came to school to study alone. Everything you do is alone. So I guess I've been wired to think that the only person I need to be thinking about is myself.
Wow.
So I guess that's where everything now...
Hey, no, it's cool. At your age, you should definitely be thinking about yourself. You should, you know, as a proud father of several humans who are actually all right. I think it's okay to be thinking about yourself right now. How about you?
I mean, I'm entering a season where I don't know if I'll be thinking about myself. I've been thinking about myself.
Well, you just got married though, so.
I'm getting married.
Wait,
Jesse.
okay, this is like the sixth time, right?
Jesse, the first one was the traditional one.
I'm just playing. This is a joke that we have, right? So, I give her stuff all the time because every time I come back or I show up at the office after, you know, it's Monday morning. Oh, where was Lorraine this weekend? Oh, she was getting married.
Oh my God.
They're like, and this, thank goodness it's the same guy.
It's the same guy. Same guy. It's interesting you've mentioned that because, I mean, I'll thank God and I'll thank that we're here. My mom pursued her passion because she's the one who's made my wedding dress. So it has sentimental value to it. And we've walked that journey along together where if I want alteration, this is the design, let's do this. So her passion is actually feeding into me. And it helped me because I think we were talking about this earlier before we started recording is my mom always said, and maybe it's because of my voice, that I should do journalism and communication, but never forced it on me. Maybe it's because, you know, that choice, she wasn't given that choice. So it shaped her parenting style on how she raised up her kids. Actually, I didn't do communication. I didn't do journalism. She continued saying it, but I did human resources. Okay, I did tech and then decided to go into human resources. My brother started in engineering. I'm sorry if I mentioned my siblings and they didn't want to be mentioned. But my brother started with...
What's his name and how old is he and where does he live?
He's actually out of the country right now. But he started with civil engineering and now he's in tech. And he also now went back to school when he's a bit older than his peers. And, you know, there's that... I'm older, like my peers, as in I'm younger than him, okay, just by a year, but I'm younger than him, but by 22, I was done with school and working. And he started his fresh start at like 26, 27. You can imagine that, right? And the journey has been different. My sister as well started school. She's starting afresh again. So it's just realizing that even with the same, I guess, parent, the journeys even for siblings can be different. Even for you, your sister probably would have the same experience as you have. And maybe she's enjoying what she's doing.
She is. Okay, I hope she is.
What is she doing?
She's doing computer science at USIU.
Okay.
And she's actually well on her way to finish her first year.
Yeah.
And I take a lot of inspiration from her actually because she's very confident in what she does because she likes computers. I know she does. And she likes what she does. Like, she just enjoys it. Yeah, I guess that's something I lack in the course I'm doing, just the enjoyment of doing what I've gone to school to do. But,
it will come.
Yeah.
My firstborn had a similar situation as you, but he's a math genius.
Yeah.
He was doing, like, advanced calculus when he was 14. And he would be like, Dad, can you help me do my homework? And I would go look at it, and I'm like, I couldn't do this on my best day. So anyway, but he went to school for computer science, started his university in Canada. And one day he said, Dad, computer science sucks.
Imagine.
See, I didn't swear. It's close. No. But
Congratulations.
we have a joke. Anyway, we have a lot of jokes. He didn't like computer science. And he said, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to switch my major. And I said, well, what do you want to switch it to? Japanese.
Wow.
And he had taught himself Japanese at the age of 13. He started teaching himself Japanese because he really liked Pokemon. Funny story. But, I'll save the rest of it for another day. Anyway, now he got his degree in Japanese language, culture, and writing. Oh. He lives in Japan with a Japanese wife. He's 26.
Oh. Wow.
Got married last year. And he's translating manga comic books for the English market. So he's kind of living his best life right now. And the funny thing is, there was a point in his life where he didn't care about the money. He cared about what he wanted. And it happened when he was younger. But for me, that story was, as a parent, you want to allow them to be able to tell you, hey, I don't like computer science. I want to do something completely different and be okay with it. And just, some of it is praying, but a lot of it is just, hey, I raised this person right. They're going to do what they're going to do. And if they're happy while they're doing it, they'll be okay. And at the end of the day, he could have gotten a job in AI and made $1 billion from Elon Musk or, Mark Zuckerberg. But he wouldn't have been happy. So the difference between doing something you love and making a ton of money can sometimes be very divergent.
Yes.
I'm so curious. Did you do what you love?
No.
No?
No.
You don't love marketing? I feel like you did marketing, right?
I have done so many things, Lorraine. It's not even funny. But I started out in computer science also. Because, it's funny when you think, oh, I'm going to study coding and because I want to make video games. That's like saying I want to be a fashion designer and learn all about thread. My expertise is in thread. I'm a thread expert. And it's like, wow, if that's what turns you on. No, I thought computer science is a language. It's really interesting. It's fun. I started building websites. Actually, my uncle, back when the web was new, my uncle said, hey, there's this thing called HTML. I'm dating myself.
Yep.
And you should check it out. My uncle actually said I should check it out. And I started building websites and I started my first company. So it was not what, I didn't start out doing what I loved. But I ended up doing what I loved. And then I always, your life changes. What you love can change every couple of years too. Hey, suddenly I'm interested in this. And then, I like this too. And I've pursued so many different careers, some of which I had no business in. Literally when someone said, why were you doing that? I was like, because I was interested in it. Because I thought I also had a gap in my knowledge. So one of the things, I didn't go to school for it. I pursued PR because I didn't know anything about it. But I knew that I had some basic skills that were transferable. So all your actuarial science stuff, totally transferable. You will be able to take those with you anywhere. Everything you learn in life is transferable. And if you forget that, then you think, I'm switching. But you're never switching, you're evolving.
Exactly. That's so true. Everything you do in life, it adds up to another thing or it makes up for something else that you need in life. So I don't believe knowledge is wasted, not even a single one.
Okay, I think the reason the thing that's keeping me going with this actuarial thing, even though my mom is very adamant on me transferring because she can tell, is that all the knowledge I'm gaining from it is, when I talk to my friends, they all do different things. I have friends who do data science, some of them do computer science. But when I talk to them, we're all basically learning the same thing. So if in the case I finish my degree, then I'll be able to apply that knowledge, keep myself steady for
when
something.
you finish that degree.
When I finish that degree, I'll be able to transfer that knowledge. And in the case that I go into like something totally different, like let's say I get into marketing like you guys, I can use the statistics I learned.
Yeah.
I can build websites as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that I needed the courage to, get out of my comfort zone and be like, oh, I'm not really happy doing this course. And I think I need to change it, like transfer my knowledge.
I think that's the best thing you can possibly do is know when you are done with something.
Yeah.
It's about keeping boundaries with yourself too. It's like, hey, mom expects me to do that, but I kind of want to check this out. That should be okay. That should be okay because you know what? That degree may not be the thing that you want.
Yeah.
And I'll guarantee you it probably isn't. And I say a guarantee because you're going to find something else that's going to make you excited. And you won't be lazy anymore because you'll be excited.
Excited about it.
Yeah.
You'll be doing it for the fun of it, not for anything, but as my mom said, just the purpose. It gives you purpose. So you're happy to go do it every morning. It might not even be every morning. You can decide to do it twice a week or for 4 times a week. It doesn't even have to be every day. I think even as generations are coming and going, the things that are changing their 4-day work weeks, for example, people are setting the pace for themselves, and it doesn't have to be the same way everyone does it. It can be, 5 days a week. It can be the inverse of 5 days a week you're resting or globetrotting, and 2 days a week you're working, and that makes you happy. Right?
I do want to say something about, your comment earlier about being lazy. I am not lazy, but I am a procrastinator. And I percolate on things before I execute them. And sometimes I execute them at the last minute, but it's because I spent a lot of time thinking about it. You could consider that to be lazy. Procrastination is a bad thing. But actually, if you think about it, hey, you know what? When you really know what you're going to do because you thought about it all the time, it only takes you a short amount of time to do it. So,
and as well, actually, you said that and it reminded me, there are some things, and it's something that we did, a few people in the company, but I know I was introduced to it when I joined Akili, and Jessie loves it. And maybe my mom is reading the book right now, actually, and I could recommend it to you as well, The 6 Working Geniuses. And it just talks about, so working geniuses are things that easily come to you. You're excited about them, But there's something called the working frustrations, where these are the things that don't come easy to you. So you struggle in actually doing them, actualizing them. Even if Jesse says he's not saying he's lazy. He's a procrastinator. In the things he's excited about, he will always be on top of it. Like this podcast, for example, he was excited about it, and in such a short time, it has come together. Like, even if you're lazy, you learn if you're not an executor, because him and I know we're on the same spectrum of working geniuses. We are more the big picture people, the thinkers, the strategy people, but we're not good executors. We know we have the big ideas, but now we need the help in the execution. So then now it means then in this, there was a task force planning behind this to get this actually rolling. So yes, he came up with the idea. He knows what it's supposed to look like and everything. But now there are people on the ground who are helping you actually actualize it. So when you realize that, and you realize this is my work in frustration, like for me in HR, the admin work of it is my working frustration because it doesn't involve any creativity. It's not challenging me. So I procrastinate a lot on anything that is admin related because it's not something that is exciting me. So...
Well, wait, you can do it though.
I can do it.
You can do it. It's just not exciting.
Probably do it last minute when it's actually needed.
But you can do it. So I think that's the spectrum. Things you love doing that actually give you energy.
Yeah.
That you're happy doing.
Yeah.
Things that you're totally able to tolerate. And then things that you absolutely hate to do, but you can do them.
Yeah.
Or you have to do them.
Yeah. I had a question when you were talking about, I think we were talking about now, because Akili as well has a large audience of families and parents with families. And so for you, Mom, and this was a conversation, I think you guys were talking, I was like, oh, this is so much knowledge, comes with age and being a parent. But maybe for the two of you as well, and for us, it would be wisdom for the later years, is when do you know now when to be hands-off with the children? Like you said that we have taught them in a particular way and you trust them enough to make the right decisions. So then now, when do you kind of step back and be like, okay, I trust that you know what you're doing. You make the decision for yourself, and anytime you need me, I'm here and I'll be able to step back in.
Can I reframe that a little bit?
Yeah.
And just let's ask Kourtney, as the one who's closest to that right now, what would you like to see?
Yeah, okay, actually.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
So, okay, I'm wondering, okay, let me see how to rephrase it. So, for your parents right now, maybe we'll start with the actual experience. Are they hands-on, hands-off, or like hybrid on the same?
Or what's the best time
and when,
for them to let go so you can start making some decisions?
They're two very different people. My dad is very hands-off. The only time he'll chip in is when it comes to my education. Like he'll give me his 2 cents and be like, oh, if you're not happy, then, you can move. Or he'll give me some advice, or we'll just go for dinner. But my
and
mom,
you're the firstborn daughter, so
yes,
of course.
I'm the firstborn every time.
Dad's going to be like, whatever you want, dear.
Yeah, so actually, my dad's the firstborn, my mom's the firstborn, I'm the firstborn, so it's just a lot of firstborns over there. So that's my dad now. He's very hands-off. He lets me do my thing. And unless I need something from him or unless he needs something from me, I guess that's kind of the relationship we have. But for my mom is very hands-on. Very which is, I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much because I used to feel like, oh, I'm a teenager, you should let me do my thing, you just leave me alone. But as I grew older, I realized that I needed that from her. Because now, I could be outside and she'll be blowing up my phone and I'll be so happy because, my mom cares about me, And I don't think I'll ever be ready for my mom to be hands-off. I know I'll tell her to her face that, Mom, you should let me do my thing. But I don't think I've prepared myself for a time when she's not, in my business.
Right.
Because it gives me a lot of safety. She feels like my safety net. I know if I need something, I can just go to my mom and she'll be able to help me. So I guess I don't think you'll ever know when it's time for you to be hands-off or hands-on with your kids. I guess you should just assess the type of kid you have. Because for my sister, my mom isn't very hands-on. My sister, she can do whatever she wants. Even my dad, they're very hands-off on her because, she's very independent, but me, I like being babied. I need my mommy.
Look, okay, everyone who is a rich husband looking for a baby who doesn't mind buying her a Birkin bag, we are spot on.
Oh, God.
What do you think about that, Lucy?
For me, I'd say it depends on the child's character. There are those children who are so independent even in their, even as they're growing up, for me, I have 3 children, but they're all so different. And so there's that one who if you leave them, they'll be fine. They're okay. They don't need, you just maybe need to check just a call and they'll tell you they're fine and all. And then there's that one you just need to be checking on just to be sure but for right now, all my kids I'm hands off because they're all grown up. But for all 3, it took a different time for me to be hands off.
Yeah.
Because of their characters. And I won't mention who and who,
I'm
but
so curious.
I won't mention.
She's still watching you.
She's here.
Yeah, I won't mention who, but I know there's that one I needed to check until they're past 20, and there's that one I knew 2021. These ones are so independent. I know they'll do the right thing whether I am there or not. So it really depends on the character of a child.
Right.
Yeah. Like the second one, the father is all hands off. The first one, the father is still there.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Yeah.
It totally depends.
Yeah.
My daughter, middle child, started indicating that I needed to be hands-off in her teens. But it didn't stop me from observing whether or not she needed me to be hands-off entirely. And there were moments, and there's still are moments, where Dad has to just dip in to make sure that she knows that I'm still here, even though she is totally, and she lives in London now, going to uni. So I think, how do you manage that? It's definitely, from my perspective also, what's the state of mind for your kid? What's their character look like?
Exactly.
But the thing that I think you said, and you alluded to, you have to be observant.
Yeah.
You as the parent have to be observant and watch their behavior, and you determine when it's okay. That doesn't mean you just hands off entirely, because Dad still will show up and go, "Hey, whatever you want, dear." But he's there, he's thinking about it. He would not offer that but if you were in a bad situation, he'd probably also be the first one to show up.
Exactly.
So, how do you really pay attention to your kids and what they love? I think it's our jobs as parents also to be able to say, "Oh, Lorraine, that's something you love. I think it would be awesome if you could do journalism, because you would have been great at it, but you love doing what you're doing. And there's no reason you can't change your mind later and suddenly you have all kinds of podcasts."
But I tell people I won't be in HR forever, so I'm not tied down to it. I love it. I enjoy it. Absolutely love what I do in the here and now. I just, my personality, if you've done the Myers-Briggs test, I'm the campaigner, so ENFP. And mine is, we don't like being tied down to one particular
I'm also ENFP.
Oh,
That's
really?
crazy.
That's why we have so many similarities.
I think mine was IN.
Oh, you're an introvert.
Yeah.
Oh.
In different situations.
Interesting. So you trained yourself to be extroverted.
Yeah.
Because you're okay right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the courage.
Yeah.
Not the courage. Nice. And depends on the setting.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an introvert.
Yeah. I am quite an introvert. But again, as a mother, when you have children, you must talk.
Yeah, you don't have the luxury of being introverted.
Yes. But I was really, really an introvert. I still am, I believe, much less. But because life makes you talk, people make you talk, children, life. But naturally, an introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. These are amazing conversations. I've enjoyed them a bit too much. Okay. All right. And for looking at anything you would have done different, especially in your entrepreneurship journey, I'm curious about it. I mean, you're an entrepreneur.
I'm gonna add on to that and just say, what was your fear of failure like, and how did you overcome it? Or how did you accept that failure is part of the learning process?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'll say is, when I knew I wanted to venture into business, and I knew when I realized, I think I'm an entrepreneur, because even in my working life, I was working, but at the same time, I was doing small businesses here and there. So I knew I'd end up not being employed, but being an employer or working for myself. So as an entrepreneur, my fear was reading books about business and all. I think something struck me when I read that, the many businesses that are registered, but most of them close before 5 years.
Yeah.
So that was a fear that I had. People close before 5 years. So I was like, so what will I do to remain relevant? So what I purpose to do is diversifying. Things are not working, do something different, do something, and always be ahead of be the creative one, be the one who do something different. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Have something different. And so I knew I needed to be learning every time, and being aggressive in a way that you're not rubbing people badly, but you're just ahead of the time. And then there's this word that people keep saying nowadays, being I know it will come, but right now I can't remember what, a disruptor. You know, just don't be what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
Just be a disruptor. Just really, really to be relevant right now in business, you just have to be a disruptor. Like there's no choice, but that is a must be.
Absolutely.
Ahead of the curve.
Definitely. So I try to be that in my own small way, always being a disruptor. So every time you're catching somebody's eye with something different. Ever seen this? You know, you're always ahead of the times or ahead of what people are doing. So that makes me be relevant. But most of all, I'll say just be relevant in what you're doing. Because nowadays, with things coming very fast, new things, if you can be irrelevant, because, okay, so like I said fashion accessories, for example, I'm doing bags mostly. So what's different? Everyone is doing bags. Everyone has a bag. So how different is your bag? You know? So like just being relevant for me in business is really, really nice. And then one thing I'm realizing is, or I think I also read somewhere, or I really, really love reading about entrepreneurship. And then somebody, or maybe it was a meeting, I can't remember where, but somebody said, and this is true for me as an entrepreneur, you have so many ideas. Like almost every day you're thinking, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then, you know, people just wonder, you're waking up to an idea every day, like, but you're not doing it. Then I realized it's like raising a baby. You have the firstborn. At some point, you should leave that baby and take care of the secondborn. So like I should have by now, maybe the one that I started, move on to the second one, which I'm almost getting into a second business, but I'm thinking I should have done it like some 5 years ago or so. So maybe if I'm to do something different, or if I'm to start maybe a second business, I won't carry it like a baby forever. I'll leave it to grow, get to another one, because
Absolutely.
I still have the ideas. So just don't baby this baby until like I'm feeling like I don't know how to leave this one to go to the next one. So the next one I won't carry it for like forever until it's me. Like I can't leave this baby.
Lucy, there will be a time when you want to shake that baby and you'll put it down.
That's what I'm coming to learn that. I'm just coming to learn that right now. I'm in a place where I'm hearing people say, no, I'm on the 6th or the 7th, and I'm like, what am I still doing with this baby number 1? I should be buying baby number 6 or 7. So, and then I heard somebody say, if you keep it for too long, you almost like possess it. You don't want to leave it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, I actually possess this baby. I don't know how to leave this baby, but I'm planning to leave very soon for the next one.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. Yeah.
Shameless plug is, because she didn't say it, is Lucy is the founder and creative director of Loli Creations, and the accessories she makes are bags, very nice bags. I think I'm always carrying one of her bags.
Nice.
And for Kourtney, and we were talking about fear, is there something that at your current age and at your current level right now you fear as you look to the future?
I think my biggest fear is, I don't want to say, but it's shame. Because my sister is younger than me. I don't have another sibling. I guess I'm just scared because a lot of people have known me to be like a good performer, like, you know. So I guess I'm just scared of of how they'll see me if I start again. Because I don't know, it's not a fun thing to be looked at. Like everybody's looking at you and they're like, oh, she had to start again. She's not as smart as she used to be. That's my biggest fear.
I actually get that. And
Can I? You said a crazy word that someone your age usually isn't able to articulate, which is shame.
Yeah.
And that is an important, I think, an important idea that oftentimes fear starts because of shame.
Yeah.
And instead of being ashamed, you should be stoked, to say it in a California way. You should be excited to be able to have, yes, I've left this behind because I'm doing the next thing. Not I'm stuck on this, and if I don't succeed,
people will view me a particular way.
But the shame part, like, I just want to say kudos to you for being brave. Thank you.
Okay. I don't talk about it a lot because even for my mom, I guess I'm also scared of like how she'll see me if I start over, or like my relatives, because again, I'm the firstborn everywhere, first grandchild, first.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure that
setting the
comes
pace.
with
Yeah,
because
it
I'm
comes
setting
with
everybody.
pressure.
I'm always told how everybody's looking up to you.
Yeah.
So I'm always like on the lookout. Am I embarrassing my mom? Am I embarrassing my family? Am I embarrassing my sister? Like it's a lot to take in, and it's one of the reasons why I've not made a move on my education at the.
Would you come back for the next episode when we talk about firstborns?
I could. Yes, I could. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So how do you step up out of that shame? Like I'm so curious. Can you step out of that shame?
It's tough, and some babies are very hard to let go of, whether they're literally your babies or you've created something. And there's two parts. One is believing I will never fail, and if I do, it will be fatal. And that's something that we carry with us. Like I made this great thing. You know, I've started 7 businesses since I started my entrepreneur journey. Guess how many of them failed?
6.
6. So, you know, there was one in there that, oh my God, it took me a year to figure out, like to get over the shame, get over the disappointment that I had I was harder on myself than anyone in my family would have been. Any of my peers, anybody who was involved in that business, they were not as hard on themselves as I was. So I can see that the difficulty of carrying that fear can it can paralyze you.
Yeah.
And it's even worse when it actually happens.
Yeah.
But it's the worst when it happens and you didn't learn from it.
Exactly. When you didn't learn from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as we wrap up our conversation today, what parting shot do you have for us?
I guess for the people my age and the people who are younger even, don't be afraid to talk about something you're not comfortable doing. I guess that's what I've learned from you. What I've learned from all of you, not to be afraid to talk about it, because there's people who will be willing to help you out. And if there's none, then you can, if you have the passion, then I guess you can do it yourself. Yeah. So I guess that's my parting shot.
And if you have the passion and you can't do it yourself, you can get a team of people who do the things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Any parting shot to parents out there for young people like you?
Please be there for your children.
Yeah,
I think that's something a lot of parents, especially African parents, struggle with, showing up for their kids in the way their kids need it. Because also them aren't raised in a way that's...
That right there, in the way the kids need it, not in the way you think is right or in the way that they need it. It's like loving someone in their love language, not the way you just
want
want
to give.
You want to give. Yeah.
Parting shot. Okay, I'll say for many people, there's sometimes people put pressure on you, pressure that you don't need. And then mostly, like even as I hear Kourtney talking, expectations, sometimes people really, really put high expectations on you. And as I'm saying that because I'm also a firstborn, and I know the expectations of parents, the firstborn should be there. They should, set the pace. So the word expectation can be so big, and people really, really expect people in society, like you have to get it right, even from day one. But even the people who are telling us to get it right from day one, even most of them, or if not all of them, didn't get it right even there. Life is such that it's not so straight. It has some corners, and so sometimes, I normally say sometimes, you lower your expectations, but try to make them, try to achieve or even to exceed, but just lower them such that they're manageable, they're reasonable, they're realistic also. So I'd say sometimes there's no need to put that much pressure. It's not a death sentence. Yeah.
It's not do or die.
It's not do or die. I mean, life continues.
It's to die and be born again.
Reborn. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for being here, for accepting the call to come and sit on our lovely couch.
A very comfortable couch.
It's very comfortable. You want to get up. Thank you so much for the conversations that we've had today. I've enjoyed myself. I don't know about you.
Yeah. No, I didn't enjoy myself at all.
Wow.
This was terrible. It was great. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Really appreciate both of you.
We do.
Thank you.
And
How do I do the like, subscribe?
absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hit that pound that
And the subscribe button.
And share.
Share.
Yeah, please
Oh
share.
yeah, and watch us on Akili TV.
Yeah, watch us on
Watch
Akili
us on
TV.
Akili TV.
Yeah.